Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's Binky and we're going to be talking about 5 perfumes that I'm going to be wearing this fall. Yes, I am. So here we go. A little bit late on this one, but better late than never. So I'm going to go by price range because not everybody wants or can afford the higher ranges, and perfumes are getting very expensive, and I like things across the board. So it's working out that there's some things that are a little bit more cost, a little bit more affordable for hopefully most, and those that are a little bit more expensive. So it just depends. I like to try to keep it that way, but I can't guarantee it in the future. But we're going to talk about one that this is a brand I love a lot. It is a dupe brand. I know some people are like, ugh, with that. I'm fine with it. What actually ends up usually happening is I'll try the dupe and then I will buy a sample of the original, and if I like it, then I will buy it. Sometimes I like the dupe better though. Now this one I'm going to be doing a video on soon, and this is matcha, so matcha water, I guess, and it's from Montagne, and it is a dupe brand. I think this is one of the best dupe brands out there. It is a little bit more spendy. This one is $40, but the complexity of these perfumes is magnificent. You can tell they use good quality products. They smell so good. I love this one. Now I have another bottle. It's halfway through. I just pulled this new one up. I'm ready. I love this one in fall. I love this one in early spring. I love this one. So it's basically an homage to Matcha 26. Now I have never smelled the original, but I'm going to be doing a side-by-side here, a blind testing soon, because I'm curious to see which one I like better. And sometimes it's not about better, it's just they're slightly different. But already I could smell this with the cap off. It's beautiful. It's that fig matcha deliciousness. It's just so beautiful, but there's a brightness to it. So you do get that matcha, you get that fig, but there's this beautiful brightness that just makes everything all right. I love this one. Every time I wear it, it's kind of like, I see it as almost a meditation in a bottle. Yeah, so when I wear this, I just feel so grounded and focused and happy. It's meditation in a bottle to me. It really is. It just feels like a warm, cozy hug. I know everything's going to be great. I love this. This is so good. So if you like those earthy kind of tea scents, a little bit of fig, but it's just very earthy. But even being earthy with the matcha and the fig, there's still that brightness to it that's added to it, which just makes this so special. Wears really well. The bottle is easy if you carry a bag. Sometimes I pop it in there and refresh it, 5-6 hours in, and I love it. This one is a big thumbs up. At the time of this video, it is $40. Just know that things change over time. So there you go. Okay, so this next one is kind of special to me. This is Tocca Florence, one of the older bottles. I've had this around. I still have half a bottle over there. Yes, because I'm going to get through it, I wanted to buy another one. I haven't gotten through this one yet. Great sales on various sites where you can get it for 30% off. Spoke about Florence's sister Stella that I use in the summer, and I just love Tocca. I love Tocca. So Tocca was the first brand that, of course, I'd worn perfumes, but it was mostly oils or body sprays or perfumes on the more affordable end. And yeah, I was poor as a student. So I went to Savannah with some friends for a weekend, and we went into this beautiful store that I think is still there. It's like this Parisian shop. And you go there and they had Tocca, and I sprayed it on. I smelled them all, and I walked away smelling Florence. This was like such a big deal for me. This was like my grown-up perfume. I'm like, yes. And so I saved up some money, waited for a sale, and I bought Florence, and I felt like the beep. I don't like swearing on here, but man, I felt good. Yeah, I did. It just smells so good. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. There's something really special about Florence. I mean, I'll always have a very special memory of it just because of how glorious it is. But I will always have a beautiful memory of it. I am just obsessed with it. I actually have it on here because I'm testing out a fragrance today. Oh, what I love about it, I love gardenia. I love that gardenia, and it has the beautiful violet. Oh, it's just so beautiful. This one is just so beautiful and feminine. Though, wear what you want. You can wear what you want, but for me, that's how it comes across. And I just feel beautiful in this. I really do. Whenever I wear it, I just feel so beautiful. Love the name. It reminds me of one of my favorite characters in musical theater. Shout out if you know who that is. If you're a musical theater nerd, hey. Yeah, that one is just absolutely beautiful. So I think it's around $86 and okay, so this one is going to be kind of polarizing. Not more for me than anyone else. But it's Hypnotic Poison. Yes, I have two of them. So the reason is I have worn Hypnotic Poison for years. It was introduced to me by a box of perfumes that I was given, and I fell in love with this. And this has been around forever, I think since the 90s, I think. I do have a bottle of one of those somewhere that was from that box, but it's put away. So from my understanding, this is the newer version, and this is an older version. What makes it polarizing is I'm going to be very honest. This is one of my favorite scents. It was my signature scent for years. It runs about $70 to $150. It's gone up significantly, as all perfume prices have. My issue is it doesn't last more than 30 minutes. Yeah, this used to last me all day. I used to be able to take, I think it's this one, which I don't even want to use anymore because it's so good. I would spray this on my coat. I would pull my coat out 2 weeks later, I could still smell it on there. That's how potent this beauty was. It is now a former shell of itself. It really is a former shell of itself, and it makes me sad. But oh, the original was just so good. Oh, love this scent. So some people say it smells like Play-Doh. It doesn't to me. It definitely has a vanilla sandalwood scent to it that some people, the notes with this play up as being perhaps a little bit Play-Doh-ish. I don't think so, but it's just, for me, it's a no-brainer. If it has vanilla, sandalwood, and tonka, like, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So that's why I love this one so much. Yeah, this was just beautiful. I mean, the notes, sometimes when you go into different sites, it may be slightly different, but the coconut, plum, apricot, and the middle notes, rosewood, jasmine, tuberose, rose, lily of the valley, and base notes, vanilla, almond, sandalwood, musk. My goodness. So there's a lot going on. I will say that it has changed quite a bit over the years. They have altered it, so it's not exactly the version that was from the 90s. It looks like it was 98, 99. I do have one of those older bottles somewhere. It does smell very different. What's interesting is most dupes for this just do not get it correct. The reason why I do encourage dupes with this, I hate saying it, is that I bought this bottle at the full, well, not the full price. I did get a discount on it, and I was so excited to use it. I think it was this one. I don't know, one of the two. It doesn't last. So I sprayed on like 6 sprays because I'm like, oh, this isn't going as strong as it used to. And then unfortunately, it didn't last more than 30 minutes. Like, you couldn't even tell I was wearing it. That is not the Hypnotic Poison I know. The Hypnotic Poison I used to know would clear out a room if you did 6 sprays. So unfortunately, I've gotten to the point where I really don't want to put money into the hands of Dior when it doesn't last on me. So what I've been doing is using dupes. I still love these. I have some that work phenomenally, but I have been using Dua, their dupe. I don't much care for the Dua brand that much. I've tried a few of their things. I do find them to be extremely expensive for what they are. But if you're looking for an old school Hypnotic Poison, theirs is probably the best dupe out there. That being said, Dior, I want to give you my money, but please bring the longevity back. It's just, the newer one isn't as rich as it used to be. It's just lighter and doesn't have that complexity. Again, this was a fragrance from the 90s. Those 80s and 90s fragrances were really strong, bombastic. They were, look at me, notice me. So it's been pulled back for a more modern audience. And also part of it is that certain notes, it changes. You can't use them any longer for whatever reason. Sometimes they just can irritate the skin or whatever reasons, or it may not be ethical any longer to use. So that's why things change, of course. So I understand that. Also, the audiences taste change. What flew in the 80s probably doesn't fly that much here, in more modern times. It's just everything's cyclical. And maybe one day those big scents will be back, but right now it's not. That being said, this will always be one of my favorite scents of all time. And I love the dupe and I wear it all the time. I will give this one another shot. It's just the newer one. I don't know which one is. I used to buy one bottle a year and I'd go through like a bottle and a half. It was like my signature scent. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but I believe that Dior can bring it back. People are complaining. Fix it. Still love you. Still one of my favorites. That's why it's on this list. So, even though I'm slamming it a little, I just want to be honest. But that being said, if they fixed it, it'd be on top rotation again. Always. Even in summer when you shouldn't wear it because it's so cloying. But as I always say, wear what you want. Okay, so these two are new discoveries to me. Something like Hypnotic Poison and Florence have been around since I discovered higher end perfume. Those were kind of my, and Florence isn't so much so, but to me it was. $86 was a big deal. It used to be, I think, $50, and I was like, oh my gosh. It's like, I guess I won't be grabbing that cheap coffee outside of the college, So there you go. But these ones are a little bit newer in my collection. So let me start with this one. So this one is Zoologist and this is B. Now this one is spendy. I think from my understanding it went up. It used to be $210. I think it's now $230. I got it right before then the price change and I had a coupon because it's expensive. It is. Now part of it is because I think they're using real scent from the hive to get the honey scent from it, but also that hive scent. Now this one is intense. I love this one, but this is not for me an everyday wear. This is like special occasion. I sprayed this last night because it was cold and windy, and so I went, it's a B night, because this is not one that you would most likely want to wear in summer because it's a lot. It is very bold. It is very noticeable. It is very notice me. Even with 3 sprays, it's still it is a notice me now. I don't mind that, but it can be cloying, especially if you don't like gourmands. Now, this isn't your traditional gourmand in that it's honey, but there's more to it than just honey notes that makes it really interesting. I think it has orange blossom in it to lighten it up. That being said, it does not really lighten it up that much. It's just a very deep, dark honey gourmand. Okay, so this one is actually $240. It went up quite a bit. It's orange, ginger syrup, royal jelly accord, heart note brooms, heliotrope, mimosa, orange flower. Those florals are in the middle to try to lighten it up a bit. To me, it doesn't quite do it. I don't care, but the base notes are benzoin, labdanum musk, sandalwood, tonka, and vanilla. The magical sandalwood, tonka, and vanilla sold me. It always will. So I did a full review on this, so I won't go too much into it. I will link that so you can see that if you were interested. But, this is going to be, an investment. Let's put it that way. But, yep, I smell this. I tried this last night, and until it settled, it was a very intense 30 minutes. I was even like, oh no. It did settle beautifully, but know that it's going to be a journey. This one's kind of the opposite of T-Rex. T-Rex is about burning everything down. Grrr, meteorite. This goes the opposite way. It's gourmand, sweet, thick, syrupy. 2 different things, but both very bombastic. They are there to notice me. You will be noticed. What I love about it is that honey with a little bit of floral, but it's like that honey and that syrup in there. And the thing is, it grabs you and doesn't let go. But it has a little bit of smokiness to that honey. What you may want to do is what I may do next time is spray it on my skin, then put my clothing on so that it contains it a little bit. It is fantastic. But I don't know, like I said, if this would be an everyday scent. It's a special occasion, and boy, is it an occasion. But this one is going to be exceptionally polarizing, much like T-Rex. You're either going to love this one or go, oh no. I say, oh yes. But even for me, who loves strong scents, this one You got to figure out how to make it work for you, because it is a statement piece, and what a beautiful statement piece. It's just so beautiful. I just felt so happy, and it's not a happy scent. It's more of just like sultry and mature, and just, it's not your like young girl cotton candy gourmand, which I love those, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'll be 80 and I'll still be wearing those. What I'm saying is this is more of an intense sultry. You see that woman in the corner, she's watching everyone. Been there, done that. She's not putting up with it. that's who this is for. And maybe I was feeling that way last night. I don't know. Maybe I was like, please don't approach me. Please, not tonight. I'm actually quite friendly, but some nights you want to be that sultry girl in the corner watching everything. You want that? Or man. Or anyone can wear this. I don't want to just say that this is, it does to me ring a little bit more feminine, but I know guys who have worn this and it is fantastic. What do I always say? Wear what you want. But in my description, I want to be that woman that owns the room and has no time for beep. So there you go. Now the next one is another one from the same house, and this is also from Zoologist. What I want to point out with this one is I loved it when I first tried it. I have a review for this one as well. But I was kind of like, oh, okay. Let me tell you, I'm doing a ranking for Zoologist for the end of the year, or right at the beginning, like New Year's Day, as kind of a special edition, because there's a lot of them. This one is jumping up in the ranks. Originally, I was like, the secret with Zoologist is some of them are so light you have to put on 6 to 8 sprays to really make it come forward. When I started out, I was doing one spray and one spray, and so it really wasn't as fair as it could have been, I think. But this one I have been wearing so much. I have been wearing this one so much lately. It has become my, like, it has knocked out my other ones, because I just want to wear this. I want to wear this one all the time. It is Harvest Mouse, in case I didn't say it. Oh my goodness, I almost broke it getting him out of here. Every day's a journey. So there you go. But this one, this is such a beautiful gourmand, and I do consider it a gourmand of sorts. My goodness. So it has like hay in it and vanilla and like a little bit, I hate to say, of like, it's not beer, but a little bit of brew in it, but it's not that bitterness of it. It's like a sweeter ale almost, so it has like a hint of that with hay and vanilla. Ooh, it is fantastic. Let me pull up those notes. This one is a little bit more expensive. It is $200. Now I'm wondering if the prices have gone up slightly due to, at this time, the tariffs with the US. We'll just leave that at that. It has made things very interesting. But this one for the top notes is bergamot, cloves, Roman chamomile. You get that chamomile. Orange blossom. I love orange blossom. Heart notes are Divana, Hay Absolute, benzoin, opoponyx, I always say that wrong, Rose Absolute, beer extract, CO2. That's what I'm talking about. Fir balsam, oak moss, cedarwood, sandalwood, Peru balsam, and vanilla. Always going to be a lot going on with Zoologist, but my goodness, this is so beautiful. It's so sweet. You get that vanilla, you get that beer, CO2, but it smells good. I promise you. You get that beautiful aroma of the hay and the chamomile. Oh, the sweetness of this. And this is what I said in my initial video, is like I see a little tiny mouse in a haystack, and it's built out its little home, and it's drinking chamomile tea, maybe listening to the radio in its little place. Hopefully the haystack stays that way for a while. Don't want him to be unhoused. So there you go. But this, so good. I sprayed this one on probably 6 to 8 sprays because it is very light. That's the way to make it last all day or most of the day. The magic on this one is 6 to 8 sprays. I love this. I would smell myself all day, or I'd get a whiff, and I was just like, I felt so comforted. This is the kind of gourmand I'm talking about. Just this beautiful light sweetness. I can see if you don't like gourmands or sweet scents, this could be a little bit cloying, maybe a little bit, not overwhelming because it's not a strong scent, but it is very sweet. And it can be perhaps a little bit one note because of that. I don't think so, but I can see how people could perceive that. So just know with B and this one, they're very sweet. Know my profile is very much vanilla, sandalwood, tonka, florals, gourmands. That's where I tend to lean to. That's why the matcha one is kind of a surprise. It breaks it up a little bit. Sometimes you need to break it up, but this one is glorious. This one is going to go higher on my list of ranking than it did when I initially used it. It's just become one of my favorites, and I cannot recommend this one enough. Oh, but always try a sample of all these. But I am so excited. I'm more of a summer girl, but over time, because the summers have gotten so hot in the last couple of years and humid, I look forward to fall now. And then I could pull out some of these beautiful ones, you know, my favorites from the past, some new favorites. It's going to be a good fall. So yeah, those are my choices. We're going from $40 to $240. No, I didn't spend that much on that. I don't spend that much on fragrances. That was before everything went really expensive. So, you know, Zoologist is in Canada. Tariffs, things are going up to cover the costs. It's a lot, but everything changes. So who knows what will happen next? Hopefully for the better. Yes, those are my favorites for fall. Excited to wear those. Let me know some of your favorites, because I do listen to your suggestions, and then I'm going to start buying some of those samples and trying them on here to see what I think about them, because I like to hear what the masses feel. And there you go. Let me know some of your favorites, and let's test them together. And with that, have a fabulous day, my friends. Bye.